And behind door number 1.
Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once.
No, he can't read.
Burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those above. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
Welcome back to Yharnam Nights, guys. This is not Lupus, and as always, I'm accompanied by Randomus, Namus, and Kyle Mir.
Hi, Kyle. I'm Randomus.
Hi, Randomus. I'm Kyle, or K-Shake, and I'm drinking Guinness.
All I've got to join with that is a bunch of Baileys and some coffee.
That seems rad.
Nice. So here's the
Also,
first
I
time we
love
actually
this
see
sunset
enemies.
right now.
Time for fire, therefore it's the scourge of beasts.
Yep. So here's the first time that we see enemies that are beasts. And you were asking last episode what the blood cocktail is. The blood cocktail is to essentially lure them. You can throw it at a point, and they'll smell the blood and get lured to it.
I remember those.
I don't
Fun.
I don't use it because I don't need to, because I'll just kill them.
You don't use it to make the pig run into the fire.
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
Hey man,
just
I
don't
used
need-
my own blood cocktail to make the pig run into the fire.
Did you bait him with your body?
I did. Numerous times.
Sounds right.
I'm actually really liking the sunset. And so beasts are these little transformed wolfmen, not the actual animal beasts. Those don't count as beasts?
So dogs and birds, I don't think count as beasts, but these guys do count as beasts. Beasts are a monster type, and these guys specifically should be considered beasts.
So that two-hander seemed pretty quick.
Yep. So
We're getting sweet bonus damage on these guys, right?
We are with our serrated weapons. So serrated spear is, or not serrated, saw spear is actually serrated both in both transformed and untransformed forms. The saw cleaver is only serrated in its untransformed form. So we're getting essentially two-handed damage whenever we have it transformed. And I used it transformed a few times in this episode. So yeah, you get poison. These guys have the guys that are covered with the little green things that they got from. Looks like they got something from army surplus. Their claws are poison tipped.
So how do statuses work in this?
Exactly the same way as Dark Souls, the other Souls games. Their Souls statuses,
yeah.
Essentially.
We fill a bar and then we get a status.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, is poison just as freaking deadly?
There are poison's pretty deadly, but there is slow poison and there is fast poison, and this is slow poison.
Shit.
We don't do fast poison until much later in the game.
Now, is that like poison and toxin?
Yeah, essentially.
I mean, I guess. Okay.
That's kind of what it's
There's not like something terrible and horrible beyond that.
No, he's shooting a minigun at us.
Yeah! It seems...
Yeah.
Not interested.
Well, Gatling guns, I guess, are from this era. Whatever.
Sure,
Please tell me
something
it's
like
rotary.
that. Rotary? Yeah, it's hand cranked, I believe.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, there's another.
You gonna let him
here.
shoot you like that?
I am actually, because I don't ever kill the hunters here. I just don't need to. They're too much of a pain, especially at this level, and I just don't care. He just keeps trying. He just keeps coming to me and then backing up. I don't know. Oh yeah, and if you're standing in the wrong place, you just get shot, and it's very
shipwrecked.
Yeah. Usually I die here. Usually usually I get killed in this area. This is where I face a lot of first deaths, and for whatever reason, I do get poisoned. There it is. I'm being poisoned. That's about how deadly it is. You see the ticks there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lasts the entire time that bar exists.
Yeah. I see. You seemed worried about it.
I was trying to put the antidote on my hotbar because I didn't have any items on my hotbar, and I was not able to do that. So I end up using the spear part of the saw spear on these guys quite a bit.
Seems good.
Yeah,
Let's
seems
keep
good.
range on them.
Exactly.
Why don't you normally use it?
It's too slow. It's too slow, and I can get quick hits on the... Oh, also these guys are quick. So, a lot of times, enemies attack quickly. These guys are kind of slower. Yeah, that's a bigger one. These enemies are kind of slower, though, and you kind of want the pacing of your weapon to go along with the pacing of their attacks, and it's kind of a cadence that you get used to. So you get this ebb and flow of combat that's back and forth going, and eventually you figure out when you should be using transformed form and when you shouldn't, you know, when's safe, when's not. Here's also where we start really kind of gathering up gemstones. We're getting a good amount of blood shards, so you can upgrade all the way up to +3 with the shards that we're getting right now. And so you can collect enough blood shards here, bloodstone shards, to upgrade a few weapons up to +3, and which is good. And then we're starting to get gems, enough gems to actually matter.
So, how many gems can we put in one of our weapons now?
It depends on what it's upgraded to. Right now, if it's not upgraded to anything, only 1. I believe +3 is where you can do 2, and +6 is where you can do 3. But 3 is the max. You can only have up to 3 gems in any weapon.
And that's true of any weapon?
That's true of any right-handed weapon. Now, I believe the left-handed weapon, the guns, I believe they can have 1 gem.
Okay.
But I do have... Yes, it's really rough.
That guy is...
He's a hunter, so...
That guy's loud.
Hunters. Yeah.
Bullets kill people when they hit them.
It's very true.
Use lots of them. Easier to hit them when you use lots of them.
He has a blood tinge build, so he's probably pretty powerful. No, I don't actually know. I don't think he has a blood tinge build. I do have a blood tinge build, and that's about the only time I've ever, regularly used my gun. For other than parrying.
Yeah. For you, it's basically just another inventory slot.
Essentially. It's a useful tool instead of a weapon so much. But if you build blood tinge, you can use there are ways to like really stack damage on your gun so that it's unfair.
Like one-shot and Fool's Unfair, or
there is a gun in the game that if you stack enough damage on it, you can one-shot people with it.
Why are we not that build?
It's fun. It's fun, right? And at some point in time, I may end up making a character with that build, or I may just transition one of the characters that I have into that build. But
That could be kind of fun.
yeah.
No shit. Rad parkour.
Yeah, we're parkouring today.
Nope, missed it.
Well, I wasn't really trying to. I was trying to get down here.
Okay.
From parkour.
From parkour. Definitely not the first time, absolutely not the last time this will be happening.
So, from parkour, better or worse than barcore?
What's parkour?
It's like dog parkour.
Really?
You never seen barcore? It's incredible.
No, I haven't. Okay, I'll have to check that out.
That actually sounds really rad.
I like dogs, so there you go.
Yeah, man. Dogs dig that stuff too.
Dogs like to be on YouTube.
That is true. Much like cats like to be on Roombas.
Very true.
What?
What did it say?
It's temper something?
Oh, I don't know. I missed it.
Oh shit, they got a charge too?
Oh yeah, they have all kinds of fun attacks that put them in range of just murdering you. This was another point where I thought I was gonna die. I was like, I'm gonna die and I'm gonna be embarrassed because I died in a point.
Yeah, it's looking rough here.
Oh yeah.
That guy just wanted to watch though, so...
And I whiffed. Yeah, I do kind of like telegraph their attacks. I'm like, okay, he's gonna charge into me, so I'll do a charged R2 attack, and he'll just like come in, he'll run himself into it, right? And this is one of those times where he didn't.
I like the sweep on the secondary R2. Or R1.
It seems really good. It's big.
It's pretty nice. It works really well in boss fights that you need kind of a sweep, you know?
I actually really like this area. This seems to have made you step up your game when it comes to combat. Like, you're dealing with multiple enemies, you're mixing... it's less deliberate.
Yeah, I agree. So this is Old Yharnam, and we're going to talk about that for a little bit. I don't know if I should talk about it now or maybe here in a minute, but Old Yharnam is the area in the game that I feel that really forces you to step up your game. It's really kind of when the game starts coming into its own. You know, you would think like, oh, the gas coin. Oh, we got the rifle spear. You think the gas coin fight would kind of be it, but no, not really. I think Old Yharnam is when it really starts picking up. So we got a rifle spear. It's a spear that has a rifle attached to it, which is pretty cool. When you transform it, we won't get to see that at this episode, and here's why. Well, it might be by the end of the episode. I don't remember, but it takes 9 blood tinge to use, and I only have 7, so I'd have to level up 2 more times and put the points into blood tinge, which is kind of a throwaway stat on this character. Also we got the charged hunter garb, which is kind of important in this area because that is the garb that has slow poison resist at this point in time. Good. So we're gonna put that on because as you see there, that the chest has 29 slow poison resist. The gloves have 15. So yeah, we're putting that on right now. This is a very slow poison heavy area.
I mean, resist where the damage is.
And there's the top hat with slow poison resist.
Yeah, buddy. We can never take that top hat back off ever again, unless there's something sweet.
For our heads. No, I take it off. I'm not as big of a fan of the top hat as someone. Probably because I had a friend that was very insistent on wearing a top hat and a kilt out in public, and I liked him enough to hang out with him, but you know.
Not enough to get murdered by his minigun.
Yeah.
And then you grew up and decided to wear a fedora instead?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely not. I hate fedoras. I always thought
Why do you hate fedoras?
I always thought the fedora was like an ugly hat to begin with, but then it became popular among losers, and then I don't know. I hate fedoras.
Okay, then if you hate the fedora, how do you feel about the trilby?
It's worse.
What about the pork pie hat?
I don't know. Anyway,
how about a bowler? How do you feel about bowlers?
Back on topic. Bowlers? Bowlers are... I don't know. Bowlers are weird. Anyway, back on topic. So yeah, here we are. We're in this church-ish kind of thing.
Chasing you.
There's a lot of guys here.
Chasing. There are a lot of guys here. We have many beasts. So, as that guy was saying, Old Yharnam is just a place for beasts. As you've seen, kind of the area is old and dilapidated. Not really a lot of people here, right? So...
yeah.
Did we not get to that point yet? Yeah, we did. There was a lore note back there we just completely glossed over.
Yeah, so we were talking about something.
Yeah, that was.
What did it say?
The lore note was important. Something about when the red moon hangs low and beasts roam the streets. I think the only option that we have, or is the only option that we have, to burn it all to ashes. So that's
yeah.
They came to the conclusion that was what was going to happen. Yharnam, they talk about a red moon hanging low, which is going to be important much later in the game. And I see here that I'm sad because I can't equip the rifle spear. But they talk about a red moon hanging low, which is and people are turning into beasts during this time. This is happening in Old Yharnam. They just decide to burn it. That's exactly what they do. They burn the whole thing down, and so now the only thing people that are inhabiting this area are beasts.
As we entered, the sunset looked much more like a burning cityscape than an actual sunset.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting.
It's very thematic.
Exactly. And like I said, I think a couple episodes ago, that as you beat bosses, the sun starts going down. Well, I think they did a great job of timing when to go to this area. because we go to this area as the sun is setting, and as it just makes the entire place look like it's catching fire on the skyline.
Speaking of red, I'm really digging the red eyes on these beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you hear that guy screeching or whatever, he's essentially calling them to attack you. If you can sneak up on those guys and kill them, they won't all swarm you like that. But you can almost never do that. So yeah. Also, I think I almost died there. I almost did it. Also, the red eyes indicate that they are poison. They're poisonous.
Ah. I do love that effect. That, like, light trail effect.
I do too. I think it's pretty cool. I want to whip there again too. Like I said, I telegraph their moves. I do like the forward R2 though. I don't know why I don't do it more. I got poisoned again.
Oh, you're just getting your shit pushed in.
I am, man. I never claimed to be amazing at this game.
Okay.
It's part of the charm. Getting wrecked.
I'm sure I will die regularly much later.
I am looking forward to the first death.
It should be rather soon, actually. Maybe not this episode, but rather soon.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I'm
already
seeing
happened,
the-
huh?
It's already. Oh yeah, it's already happened. It's happened.
I'm really getting a sense for the whole not blocking, meaning the fact that you can't really go toe-to-toe. You have to give ground because these things are just nasty. And it's hard to break their poise.
Yeah, they do seem to have a lot of poise.
They do. I don't know if there is such a thing as a poise in this game, but if there is, they definitely have it.
Well, I mean,
have-
poise is just a stat that exists no matter what for when your animations get broken.
Yeah, it's like the hidden stat for how much damage you have to take to be stunned.
That's true.
I mean,
But I'm
even
just
whether or
saying-
not they name it or let you adjust it.
I don't know. Oh yeah, here's a sweet corpse. This beast that they have strung up.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He is really far gone.
he
She-
really is. I don't really know what it is.
Dead.
It's
We'll
some kind of Batwolf thing.
We'll see the live one later.
Oh,
Oh boy.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's ritual blood. And ritual blood is an item used for rituals that we'll discuss later. Hand waving
Are these the rituals
ensues.
that the Bergwin spiders conceal?
No, they're not.
Hmm.
Well, these rituals in particular, what the ritual blood is used for. No, but I guess it's possible. Like if you want to think about it thematically and lore-wise, I guess it's possible that there could have been some kind of ritual here that the Bergenorth spider was concealing at some point in time in the history, just a long time ago. You know, probably before it got burned. If we really want to
Tell me how
speculate,
it got burned?
do we find out how it got burned?
Yes, please tell me. How did it get burned?
Well, everybody started turning into beasts because the red moon was hanging low, so they decided to burn it. I'm not going to go into it more than that until we
Okay.
get to later points in the game.
A cow kicked a lantern.
That is
Yeah.
in fact how it got burned.
Probably.
Chicago, at any rate.
I don't know. How did we start the Great Fire in London? I don't actually know.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
Yeah. Alright, so here we go. We're going through this area. Here's church. This is kind of you kind of see like the architecture of Yharnam, and you kind of get to see what it was, and you've already explored what it became. I don't know. I think it's interesting to see these kinds of things. I really love the way that FromSoft designs levels. If there's anything that I would say that they're top tier at, I would say it's level design.
Man, yeah. They're all super interconnected, and they have these wonderful vistas, and you get a sense that the whole world is one giant thing.
Exactly.
The enemies are placed to be about them to not always screw with you, but just to keep it interesting. Like, it's really deliberate pacing of enemies. Like, we had that mad rush of beasts earlier, and now you're getting a little bit of a break.
Oh man, I wish that those had been like giant mutated pigeons or something.
They kind of
Yeah.
are.
That's just interesting. So here we get to see the first shortcut in this area.
You gonna open that door?
I am going to open that door. That door that was closed is now about to be open.
Hey, look, we're on the other side of it.
We are. And now we're going back down because I don't want to deal with the hunter that keeps dancing with me.
The super secret shortcut trick that people don't often find in these games. The fact that you can run down the ladders.
I
Yeah.
love that so much.
I can't remember how to run down the ladders in
What's
Dark
that,
Souls.
+5?
I don't think you can do it in 1. You can do it in 2, though.
So-
like black dot below your bullet for the +5.
So you can press up on the D-pad, and that will use some of your blood, which takes 30% of your life, and turn them into 5 blood bullets. So this way you don't run out of bullets. And I wanted to give myself more bullets at this point because of the enemies coming up. I thought I might need to parry them.
And you figured you could just regen some health here, so take your bullets.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I mean, it only took 1 blood vial, and I knew that these guys were there waiting to attack me, so I didn't think I would have to spend like a lot of resources.
So can you stack up a bunch of blood bullets, or is there a cap?
5 is the cap, so I can't do it
Okay.
twice. I can only do it once.
Okay, seems like a way to keep a lot of ammo if you use a lot of bullets.
Yep.
I think that's very important for bludgeon builds.
The ammo? Absolutely. It's also very important for arcane builds. So there you saw a giant door, which we will see more later, and we will open later. Not
Can't
in
open
this
it now?
episode, but later in the game. No, it's not open. It's not able to be open on this side. And I was like,
of course
I'm
there's
gonna get to solo these guys, and then I didn't. I don't remember if I did it here or not. I don't
Oh, you got
think I
this.
did.
Oh, you're running away. Coward.
Run away!
Coward.
Yeah, I always end up playing the coward card in this game because cowardly stays alive.
That's pretty true.
You cannot be a run and gun Halo player and be good at this game.
Oh, certainly not.
See, the funny part is, one of the major parts of Halo is actually using your geometry really well. Like, harder difficulty Halo, you cannot go in the mix.
Have you seen
No.
people play the
Just-
multiplayer though? They will just
just do it
run
co-op.
around and, blast people in the face and yeah, do
the
co-op.
campaign.
The 360
Oh, yeah.
no-scope headshot is an important skill.
It is.
It is.
I don't know why I came back there. I thought maybe there was something else there, or maybe I forgot where I was going. Sometimes it's easy to get lost because everything starts looking kind of the same. I don't know. But yeah, talking about levels flowing together. Well, this area flows together with another area that is very important later on, and it's separated by that door. And you'll see
I
why.
know it's a village and not really a city at this. Oh shit!
Yep,
That one's big.
friend here. It's like it was like a tiny village, or not, maybe not a tiny village, but a village, right, that turned into a city. I don't know if it was ever like planned to be a city.
Definitely does not feel like it was had much of an urban planning department.
Organic
There are
growth all the
none.
way.
There are not nearly enough Starbuckses for it to have a proper urban planning department.
It did not have enough Albert Pagans in this world.
Oh, do we see any giant, perfect, amazing bridges?
I mean, the one, kind of, I guess? The one that we killed the Cleric Beast on. I think there's that one.
That one's got a deck.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
They've definitely developed the arch, and even the Gothic arch in this world.
Oh,
They
yeah.
absolutely have. They love the Gothic architecture style.
Will we see any Romanesque areas? That's
I don't-
the one with the little rounded windows.
No, I know. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so, but I don't know.
I don't know. This is like steampunk as hell.
Is it?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the architecture is a little Gothic, but the technology is very steampunk.
That's fair.
I don't know. A lot of steampunk settings are very much like Victorian England too.
True, and we have the wrought iron required.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Plus,
So here's
plus another
shortcut.
frequent theme in a lot of steampunk is like mutation and genetic alterations, and I mean werewolves kind of edge on that. It's not far.
Just get some War on Zevon playing. Because we got London, we got some werewolves. It's gonna be good times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming to a theater near you.
This is one of the things that just really enthralled me about the level design in this game. Because I'll show you where we come out here.
I like how this is Victorian building climbing simulator, but not with the Assassin's Creed engine.
Thank goodness.
I like that.
No more carts of hay.
Oh yeah, so in the beginning you're probably supposed to follow this little dude down here, and that was to show you where this area existed, but...
You kind of cut him off at the pass.
Mechanic. Yeah, I kind of cut him off at the pass. I don't know. Like I said, I've done this a couple of times. And then you drop down here, and then you drop down a couple more times. Oh yeah, we're gonna pick up an item here. Pretty quickly.
You gotta kill this guy first, and his buddy to the left.
Exactly.
I didn't even see that one. Good eye.
Oh man, this is a classic. They do this one all the time. Any
Yeah,
corner's got a guy behind it.
It's true.
The first time I went through...
Be watching for it.
The first time I went through this game, I actually spent a lot of time trying to like edge close to a doorway and then look to the left and the right before I stepped through it.
So it's literally just a torch that does another 25 fire damage.
Yes, it's a good torch. If you want to torch things, it's definitely the torch of choice.
Can we set anything on fire?
We can. I don't think...
Is it in fact strictly better than the previous torch?
It is strictly better than the previous torch.
Torch plus one.
Except for a light source.
Well, it's not a very good light source.
No, it's a good light source. It's just equal to the last torch.
So okay. It's torch plus one.
It is torch plus one. It's torch of beast smiting.
So does the torch?
Oh right, because they're weak to fire.
It does.
It just burns forever.
Anything. It sure does.
Yeah, this game's more by lamplight than by torchlight, though.
Especially when you want to dream.
Let's dream about it. We still didn't get another insight. Soon.
No. Soon. Very soon, actually.
So is there anything new for us in the Hunter stream this time?
No, we're going to go ahead and call it right here. Thanks for watching another episode of Yharnam Nights. I'm going to play this out to Garmin talking.
It will be a long hunt.
Thanks, guys.
If the beasts loom large,
take care. We'll listen to this.
Threaten to crush your spirits. Seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say?